welcome back to the final episode of Unlock Your Inner Boss Live. We have had an amazing time, guys. We hope you have too. Have we had a good time, audience? Awesome. They have put Gemma Kearney, let's reveal her, woo! To the test in the shoes of a CEO live stream today. We've had expert guidance along the way from academics and alumni who've been sharing everything you could possibly imagine.
There's also been a bundle of free courses on business management for our live stream viewers. Click the link if you want to access it and you haven't already.
Woohoo! Ready. Are you ready for your final challenge?
I am ready.
Do you want some popcorn?
Yes.
Why not? Should we give you some popcorn? Get comfortable. You've got your chair, Gemma. Let's do this. On
Love
brand.
it.
There you go. Make yourself comfortable.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. So at the helm of a business, you need to stay ahead and consider how tech advances will impact your business. And better yet, capitalise on them, okay? So I'm going to ask you some questions.
Yeah.
We're then going to hit it to some VTs, okay? Audience, get involved as well. Let's do this and let's test your knowledge, right? First of all, we've got Anne-Marie, CEO of Stemets on 3D printing. But first, let's test your knowledge, people, okay?
Oh, I thought I'd get to sit back and relax, still being tested.
Let's do this. Which of these can you not print? Number 1, food, or 2, Bitcoins? QVT.
I'm really excited to talk to you about a technology that continues to change the face of business and is going to impact the future of business, and that is 3D printing, which you may have seen already. You might be familiar with. Most of us are familiar with the concept of 2D printing. You have a document that you want to print and it prints out flat in 2D, 2 dimensions, but actually 3D printing is something that has been being worked on for a while, but as time goes on, as we see more innovation in that space, is really impacting business and the way that we do things. So imagine being able to print a bracelet or a necklace, or imagine breaking something, breaking a button or breaking a knob somewhere in your house, and rather than having to wait to order it, to have it delivered, to get it fixed on, imagine just being able to download the file and printing it off and fixing it back onto where you needed it to be. So this is 3D printing. This is what it's allowing us to be able to do. And whether it's printing food, whether it's printing biological substances, or whether it's printing, plastic and metal, we're seeing all kinds of implications, all kinds of use cases for this, from the first 3D printed house to a 3D printed cutlery and cups, to being able to 3D print your own clothes and your own shoes. So that's a technology that's very exciting, and I hope that was useful for you, Gemma.
Interesting. Okay, did you know that, by the way?
No, I didn't.
I had no idea.
I really want to 3D print my own shoes.
That would be awesome.
That's amazing.
What about you guys? Live audience, did you know that? Did you know? Honestly. Wow, okay, interesting. Very interesting. 3D printing. That's one thing to consider, okay? What's going to be the best for your business? Next up, we have got Professor John Domank, okay? But first, let's test your artificial intelligent knowledge. What does it let you do?
Okay.
1, automate human activity. 2, improve how smart you appear to others.
Ooh.
QVT.
Hi, so my name is John Domank. I'm a professor of computer science and the director of the Knowledge Media Institute at the Open University. So I have a great job of creating new tech, which enables the university to teach its 200,000 plus students. So I'm going to say a little bit about innovation, which has been my long life passion. And I'm going to talk about 2 different technologies. So first, though, I thought I'd say something general about technology, or my experience of innovating with technology. The key thing I found that it is sort of about the tech and not. So if you try to innovate with technology in any area in a fundamental way, it's really more about rethinking about that area from the first principles than the technology. So an example I give is, think of the transition from theatre to film to TV to streaming. In each case, you have to rethink, because a film is not just filming a theatre production, etc. So think about first principles, think about what the users or the customers really need, and then see, is there a gap? Is the current approach incorrect? A good example of an incorrect approach is Kodak, who invented the technology that destroyed them in the end. So in around 2001, they had a photo sharing website 5 years before Facebook, but they insisted that any photo you put on the website, you had to pay them to print it out. And then they filed for bankruptcy in 2012. So let me first talk about artificial intelligence. So the benefit of artificial intelligence is that, one, if it's applied correctly, you can automate some human activity, and then it can be available 24/7 and scale to billions of users and run for practically nothing. So that's the real benefits. The sort of context you can apply artificial intelligence in today is what are those where you have lots of data. So lots and lots of data, and there's some sort of structure or relationships between the data. It's not just completely random. So one example I would give is shopping. So in shopping, there's lots of different products. The products have some sort of relationship. They're in categories. They can be food, they can be hardware, they can be for your garden. Or think about music. Music have authors of the music, they have genres, they have dates. The other thing which is good is you have lots of users of the data, so lots of consumers. So maybe people watching your films or listening to music, and they're doing approximately the same thing. So your shoppers are looking at products and they're buying things, or in a shopping example, people are browsing and they're trying to do something. And then the final element, which is useful, it should be easy to define and decide when you have a success versus a failure. So a success for you may be that somebody buys your product, or you find the cause of a disease and you find a cure. So those are the elements, and then you can really apply artificial intelligence.
Okay. Thank you, John. So we can confirm that artificial intelligence can automate human activity. Thoughts, Gemma? Is that something that might impact your business on the tech side here?
Absolutely. I mean, at DreamStream, we're working in music, as discussed.
Yeah.
And if we can provide innovation in that field, then why not?
Love it. Audience, what are your thoughts? Do you reckon that's something good? Yeah, we're feeling that one. Ooh, interesting. I like it. Pros and cons going on here. Now we're going to go back to Professor John, because we really like him and he's fabulous. So Professor John, we want to hear about blockchain. But first, let's test your knowledge.
Okay.
Blockchain, is it a way to decentralize the transfer of assets, or is it too an internet virus blocker? QVT, let's hear from you, John.
The second one I want to talk about is blockchain. So blockchains are it's really a single source of truth that between parties that don't trust each other, and you also have many writers to the source of truth. Makes it a bit different. So the best known example is in finance. So let's take the example of my bank balance. So my bank balance is determined by the sum of all of my interactions with the people, with organizations. So there's somebody paying me, my employer pays me, so the Open University pays me, but then I go shopping, and I go shopping at lots of different shops, and all of those interactions have to balance. So you have a context there where you have different parties that don't work together, all the places where I shop and the Open University, and they're interacting via my bank. So one example of this, is where it's been applied correctly, is people actually in New York who own solar panels, and they sell energy to other citizens in New York with no energy company and no bank in between. And you can see that there's an asset which is valuable, that's being transferred, and not everybody trusts each other. So the advantages of the blockchain is that you basically take out all the middle players. You just have the direct users or consumers and whoever's providing whatever it is that's valuable that you want to record. You can reduce the cost dramatically. And because you're taking out all the middle players, if it's applied correctly, it becomes very democratic. So rather than having one central authority that's somehow in control of everything, you can have a democratic system. So people talk about the democratic banking system or democratic transfer of any other assets. And because of the low costs, you can really apply this at small scale. So I've seen it used, for example, for microloans in developing countries.
Okay, Gemma, to confirm, blockchain is a we'll say that again. Blockchain is a democratic transfer of assets, decentralizing it. What are your thoughts on blockchain?
Well, I just think it's absolutely fascinating.
Me too, me too.
And I'm glad that it was the positive answer rather than the negative.
Agree.
Because it isn't always like that, is it?
Very true
but
indeed.
The idea that we all have that power to make a difference when it comes to business.
Right.
And, you know, allow access for people, whether it comes to money or even solar energy, just how amazing.
Unbelievable.
I really want to know more about blockchain.
Right, there you go. Inspired? Was it inspired? Me too.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll be at home tonight, checking it all out.
I feel like I'm ready for a life change. I'm unlocking my inner boss.
Yes, guys. Mind blown. So, Gemma, it is decision time. Yeah? Which one of these 3 tech advances are you going to invest in to explore for your business? Is it 1, 3D printing? Is it 2, artificial intelligence? Or is it 3, blockchain? Audience, what are your thoughts? Let's hear you.
It's hard.
Blockchain?
Yeah.
Okay, bit of a mix. I think 1 AI there. What do you think, Gemma? You're the boss, you're the CEO.
I am kind of afraid that robots are going to take over the world.
Me too.
So I'm going to go with democracy and explore blockchain further for Dreamstream.
I love it. Congratulations, Gemma. Woo! You have completed your 6 challenges of the day celebration. Now, before we continue, okay, I'm going to come over. Is the popcorn good, by the way?
It's so good, I can't stop eating it.
You know what? Love it. We're going to go out to the audience. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we're going to come back to Gemma. So have a rest.
All right.
I'm going to have another one of those. Let's go. Right. Audience, I want to know about your day. Let's do it. Can I come in here? There's plenty of room. Come on. Let's do it. So, I want to hear, guys, did you enjoy today?
Yes.
Did you have some fun?
Yeah.
Did we learn a lot?
Yes, we did.
Tell me, what was your favourite challenge? We've had 6.
I would say like the leadership one.
The leadership
I
one.
like the building blocks for the business plan.
Love the building blocks. I like it. What about you guys? We've had so many.
I like the building blocks one.
The building blocks. We learned a lot from that. What about you? I've got people behind me. Anyone here behind me? What about you, lovely?
To be honest, I liked the profit.
The profit is right. She loved that one. Channeling it into Bruce. Someone behind me here. What about you? What's your favourite? Blind. We loved that one, didn't we? The wall. Higher off fire. Right. Amazing. Oh, that's you. Sorry, I thought it was me. Don't worry about it. Guys, we're back to Gemma. Let's do it. Gemma, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. You've made it through the 6 business challenges of Unlock Your Inner Boss live. Let's celebrate, people. Yes! Amazing! It's going off in the studio. Remember to get access, guys, to the free business and management courses via the link in the chat. Gemma, how are you feeling?
I feel really great. I feel really accomplished. I think we've worked together as a team. And also, it's amazing to see that actually there's mainly women in here.
Yes.
Unlocking our inner bosses.
Absolutely.
Which feels really, really good. And you've been excellent, Hannah. You've guided me through every step of the way. What a great mentor. Thank you very much.
Got your back.
Thank you to everybody that got in touch online, etc. And it really, genuinely, jokes aside, of which there have been many, it is like fired off some of the cylinders in my mind as to how we connect people and, you know, what we're putting out there in the world, having been somebody that creates content in many different ways throughout the years, this has really given me something else to think about. So it's been a fascinating and fulfilling experience. I hope that I've managed to succeed on some level for the CEO challenge, because it weren't easy.
Absolutely incredible. Honestly, you bossed it. Before we wrap up, massive thank you for our crew. Give them a round of applause. To everyone involved, to all of our OU originals, you are amazing. Thank you, Gemma Kenny, everyone.
Aww.
The new CEO. Thank you, that's us.
Thank you,
Over
Hannah.
and out. Let's check out the highlight reel running now. Woo-woo!
You run a business for a day. The Open University is inviting you, Gemma Kearney, to undertake the CEOU Challenge.
Hello, I'm Hannah Wilson and welcome to Unlock Your Inner Boss Live.
Yeah. Woohoo! You've arrived! So your first challenge is to analyse the market. Yeah.
What do we think is the most important thing?
Did you hear that? Yes, you did.
Don't listen to the naysayers. Believe in what you're doing.
Interesting.
Thank you very much
You're
for
so
everybody's
welcome.
knowledge and advice.
Do you offer food, and if so, is there a vegan option?
At the moment, lunch isn't actually provided.
Very
What do you
interesting.
guys think at home? Please put it in the chat. Candidate 2 for drinks.
Woo! Let's hear from a couple more graduates.
Live and alive.
The first key skill that I've taken away from studying with the Open University is self-leadership.
Is it number 1? 5%.
I'm going to go 10.
Woo! This is really hard. It is.
Both Susan and Marcus. Oh no, we're not going for drinks afterwards.
Dream.
I believe in you.
Woo! That was great. Yes, you can. You're the CEO and you call the shots, Gemma. Give her a cheer, people. Come on. Did you enjoy Highlight Reel?
Yeah.
That was so good. Amazing, amazing. Thank you again for watching,
Thank
guys. We
you.
hope you learned a lot. This is Gemma Kearney. Absolutely incredible. I'm Hannah Wilson. Over and out.
Mwah.